Hey guys, Sri Lanka Sammy coming to you from my hotel room. I thought I would do a update on the news. I'm recording this on Thursday morning. It's going to go out Friday morning, so this is up to date. I'm going to attach in a few minutes a video that I found online. It briefly encapsulates the situation for those who don't really understand what's going on. And the key question that I'm getting all the time, is it safe to travel to Sri Lanka? And the answer is 100% yes. Please travel to Sri Lanka. Travel to Sri Lanka now, tomorrow, next week, next month, this year. Any money you spend in Sri Lanka will help Sri Lankans directly. The airline ticket, the fuel, the taxes, the money you spend on hotels, the food you buy, the transportation you take, everything you do will help Sri Lankans, specifically the people that you interact with. So check out this video that's coming up right after this, okay? Check this video out and I'll be right back.
Should you travel to Sri Lanka this year? Absolutely, and here's why. I have covered every inch of the island. I've been to many countries, but Sri Lanka has some of the best beaches in the world. I mean those golden sands, crippling sunsets, beautiful women, got distracted, and the seafood. Not only that, the mystical mountains are just 2 hours away from the beach. It's a geological wonder, and nowhere in the world you will get something like that. They also have a 2,500-year-old story, so there's so much to witness for those history freaks. A castle on a rock, a bridge that made only out of big rocks, beautiful elephants in the wilderness, fishermen on sticks fishing. I mean, how the do they do that? And resorts that are affordable but luxurious AF. Despite all this beauty, Sri Lanka is going through an economic crisis right now. Here's why. The country has run out of money and the economy is in a free fall. There are shortages in fuel, medicine, and prices of everything have gone up. The government is to blame. Well, the president is to blame. Here's what happened. The country is ruled by one single family, the Rajapakshas. It became a family business. They simply made horrible decisions and ruined the country. They borrowed money to build huge white elephant projects such as towers, cricket stadiums, and ports. They borrowed more than they could pay and they ran out of money because those projects didn't bring back anything. Think of a credit card bill that cannot be paid because you don't have any money. That's what happened. Moreover, the president cut taxes because that was one of his election promises. So the country lost even more money. He also banned chemical fertilizers, drastically decreasing the country's food production. Don't forget, due to the pandemic, the country also lost one of its most important revenue streams, tourism. Now there are protests going on asking for the president to leave. These are extremely friendly and creative protests like nobody has ever done before. So why am I recommending you to go to Sri Lanka right now? Because traveling for me is something with a purpose, something that brings me joy and to others. Going to Sri Lanka right now will lift their spirits, bring them foreign exchange, strengthen local businesses, and you will get to see all those beautiful places I mentioned before. You will travel with a purpose. You will see some of the most beautiful places on earth. You will eat the best food, meet the best people. So, should you travel to Sri Lanka this year? I think you should.
Okay, I'm back. I hope you liked that video. I'm sorry, I don't know who that was. I found it online. It was uncredited, so I don't know who it was. But it was really, really good. And I really appreciate the person who created that video. If anybody knows who he is, please post it in the comments below so that we can give credit to a great speaker, okay? Just encapsulates the whole idea and put together a great video. I hope that gets viral and gets out there. So what is going on? Well, I'm in a hotel and I think I talked about this. The reason is because of the power cuts. Now, good news is that the solar power system is installed in my house last night at 10 p.m. 2 months delayed because of one small part, the inverter coming in from China. That part was received earlier this week. We paid for it, paid for the installation, made the final payment today, and it was installed last night, finished about 10 p.m. Oh, coffee. And so I am going home tonight after I finish work. As I said, I do online work, so I needed no power cuts and stable internet. So I'm heading back home tonight after I finish work. But the power cuts have reduced. I'm checking the power cut schedule at my parents' home, and first of all, until the end of June, there are no power cuts after 6 p.m. because of students studying, so that they have the lights on, the fans or whatever, so they can study after 6 p.m. because the sun goes down at 6 p.m. and they wanted the students to be able to study for their finals. But normally, and I talked about this in my last video, the schedule is like, sector A, B, C, D, all the way to Z, right? We're in sector T. But, for this week and next, it's like sector T only, 3 days doesn't have any power cuts. Other sectors have, but ours doesn't. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's no power cut in our sector. There's a power cut today, but only 2 hours, from 12 until 2. So that's down from 3.5 hours, down from 5.5 hours. So the power cuts have come down, and I think it's because of the rain. I haven't researched as to why. Oh, really needed that coffee today. But the rain has been very, very heavy. So that has improved the hydroelectric situation. Now, fuel is coming into the country. India has provided a line of credit for fuel, so that's a good thing. Some medicines and food have arrived, about $100 million US dollars worth. The Prime Minister has been sworn in as the Finance Minister, so that he can now negotiate on behalf of Sri Lanka. He promises a budget within 6 weeks, and he has experience with the World Bank, because the last time Sri Lanka went to the World Bank or IMF or whatever, he was Prime Minister. He's been Prime Minister 5 different times. So he knows everyone. So I think that's a good thing. Again, I'm a citizen, but I'm kind of like an expat, so I can't really comment on what I think of him. I just think having someone at the helm who is respected externally is probably better than having no one. Okay? I'm going to be talking about next week why Sri Lanka will come out of this better than any other country. Okay, there are some specific reasons, and I'll talk about that. Keep your eye out for that. I do want to thank everybody who's watching. If you've watched this far, please, thank you so much. My new viewers, my new subscribers, my new commenters, please subscribe. 70% of the people who are watching my videos are not subscribed. You don't have to subscribe, but it does help get my message out. I'm just a casual YouTuber. If you don't want to subscribe, just like it. It helps the algorithm go. If you want to help support, I'm not asking for donation, but if you do want to help support my program of buying me a coconut, that's my charity, click the link down below. And you buy me a coconut, and what I do is I donate. I go and buy a coconut symbolically, and I give the money to a family to support. I do want to thank, and I'm going to do a donation update on what happened last month. One of my viewers from Australia donated 100 Australian dollars. That money went to a family last week. Finally was able to find a family, get the money to them, because I didn't have any fuel to go and give them the cash. So I worked through some intermediaries to get them the money, some trusted family members, and I'll update that and how that worked out. So thank you for that. I have a few other like $5 donations. Sorry about that. The coffee is at the right temperature. You know that when it's not too hot, not too cold, it's at the right temperature. And you only have a few minutes to finish it before it becomes bitter. So it's that perfect temperature right now. And I love my 1 cup of coffee a day, my guilty pleasure. So what else is going on? Medicines and groceries. You'll see another video coming up at the end of this, another video showing me shopping and the fuel lineup. What else is going on? Fuel prices have gone up. As of today, fuel is now 400 rupees per liter. That is up from last year of 180 and up from 350, which it was earlier this year. 400 rupees is just over $1 for gas. That is huge. Because unlike most countries, there's not a lot of tax on fuel here. Taxes are going up, costs are going up, electricity is going up, food prices are going up. We're running at about 30%, 40% inflation on different items, but overall 30 to 40%. Fuel is higher, food is higher. But it's going to get worse before it gets better. And I'm going to talk about that in another video later. But the news right now, I just wanted to keep it simple. I hope everyone is staying safe. Check out right after this, in 30 seconds, there's going to be another video of me from a week ago going grocery shopping and the fuel lineups, people lining up for fuel, okay? Sri Lanka Sammy, the new channel, Sri Lanka Sammy, thank you for checking that out. I love everybody. I hope you stay safe, stay happy, and please keep us in your thoughts, and I will see you guys on the next one. Sri Lanka Sammy, I'm out. Hey guys, Sri Lanka Sammy. So I went, today is Sunday, so I'm just putting a short out and doing some shopping. And as you can see, there is food available, fresh food, but the selection is limited. You know, the prices are just ridiculous on the rice and the vegetables. The vegetables are full, as you can see, but the prices are ridiculous. I just drove from Negombo to Jayala, and the gas lineup was 5 kilometers at one station, and there was no fuel, and 3 kilometers at another station. Yeah, so it's getting a little harder, but from what I'm hearing, things are going to get better in the next couple of days. From what I've seen, actually, the power cuts are being reduced. So that's good news. So let's see about that. Hope everyone stays safe and well. Sri Lanka Sammy, I'm out. So here we go. As you can see, there's no fuel there, but everyone's lining up. And as you can see, line up here is not that bad. But because they're just hoping there is fuel. At the other stations, it was kilometers long for places that did have fuel. So the one that we saw was 3 kilometers long lineup. Yeah, and then Desmond was at getting fuel for his tuk-tuk yesterday from 8 in the morning till 6 at night when he finally got fuel, because the lineup was over 5 kilometers. So hopefully things will get better. People are lining up now because there is fuel available. The fuel has arrived in the country. It has been distributed, and the government is saying that it is available. So they're just rushing to get fuel when they've used up all of their stored fuel that they hoarded over the last few months. That's all gone, so now they're desperate for fuel. All right, hope everyone's staying safe and happy. Sri Lanka Sammy.